Okay. Okay, I got my camera to work. So it's working right now. Okay. Hi to whoever is watching this. Yeah, as I wrote, my camera is now fixed. I don't know why it was working, but now everything works. And you can see me a bit better than the last time. Yeah. So welcome to this zombie movie discussion. Hopefully some more people will join and we'll have a discussion. It won't just be me talking to myself, hopefully. Yeah. So I have my cup of tea. How are you doing, whoever is watching? Hope you're doing well. My little, oh, you can hardly see it, but baby Yoda mug. Yay. Okay. So I'm just going to text in my group that I am live, and then I will begin. I am now live, so you can go to YouTube channel if you want to join. Okay. Cool. So, this month I am reviewing zombie movies on my YouTube channel. I have already reviewed Dead Snow 1 and 2, Zombie Flesh Eaters, Dance of the Dead, One Cut of the Dead, Yummy, and today I uploaded the review of Cockneys versus Zombies. So those are the zombie reviews you can check out on my YouTube channel. So I want to know what was the first zombie movie that you ever saw? And how old were you? So I can start. Here in Sweden, when I was 12, we had something called Wednesday Horror Movie Night. And they were showing like classic horror movies every Wednesday. And I looked through the TV guide. I was reading it. And then I came across a poster of a movie you might have heard of, Night of the Living Dead. So I saw the poster. I wrote what this movie was about. And I was like, okay, I have to check this out. I really do. So I watched the movie and it was amazing. I was captivated by it. It was so super good. So that was my first zombie movie that I remember ever seeing. And I mean, it really left a mark on me. It was so amazing. It wanted me to watch more zombie movies, especially from George Romero, because, he has done some pretty good zombie movies, in my opinion. So if you want to share about which zombie movie was your first and how old you were, then please do so. Okay. So I've brought some DVDs and Blu-rays of zombie movies. Oh, here we have. Jason says, I was about 13, and I think it was Return of the Living Dead. But I think I saw some of the Night of the Living Dead when I was younger. Oh, nice. Return of the Living Dead is a good one, but I haven't watched it in such a long time, so I don't remember a lot from it, unfortunately. But I've been wanting to rewatch it for such a long time, but I just never gotten around to do it. But I remember some stuff like that zombie, I think it was in the basement, that rotting zombie. It was very cool, very good makeup on it. But yeah, I have to rewatch it. So let me see. As I was saying, I brought some DVDs and Blu-rays, different kind of zombie movies. Yeah. So there's a mix of both like serious zombie movies, foreign zombie movies, and zombie comedies. Tarman. Yes, thank you. That was the character Tarman. Yeah, he was very, very cool looking. That is like probably the thing that when I hear Return of the Living Dead, that image pops in my head immediately. So I want to talk some about. Do you prefer like slow moving zombies or fast moving zombies? Because I mean, the classic movies have, the slow walking zombies, and more modern zombie movies have the like fast running zombies or fast moving zombies at least. And I really don't know which one I prefer. I kind of like both of them, but if we had a real zombie invasion, then I mean, if I saw a slow moving zombie, I would at least feel that I have a chance, like a good chance of surviving, of hiding somewhere, getting to a safe place. But if I saw like a zombie sprinting towards me, oof, I would be super scared and probably die. So yeah, maybe the fast moving zombies are a bit scarier in that sense, that it would make you feel like you would have no chance whatsoever to kind of outrun them or hide, or yeah. So please let me know your thoughts about that topic. Okay, so one of the movies that I recently reviewed, which I really, really, really love, is One Cut of the Dead. Yes. I mean, we have so many zombie movies made, so it is really incredible to make a zombie movie in this modern era and make it unique and make something new out of it, and just wow, make something incredible. And that is exactly what One Cut of the Dead did and does. It's such a fun film, really amazing film. And if you haven't seen the film, then I don't want to spoil too much about it, because then I would spoil like the whole thing. And I think that it's best that you know as little about the film when you go in watching the film. But I truly recommend this movie. Yeah. Oh, let me just check one thing, because I think when I turn off this light, it will be better actually. Yeah, maybe a little. No, I don't know. I'm not really a lighting person. The Scream Lover 123, Alex says, "Hey Sarah, I'm new to your channel, but damn, I'm loving your content. Keep going." Oh, thank you so much and welcome. Happy to have you here. So if you want to just discuss horror, zombie movies, any zombie film, just feel free to comment and we will talk about it. So me and Jason talked about which zombie movie was the first one we saw and how old we were. So if you want to share your story, then please do so. So I will just be talking about some of the movies that I brought. Maybe you will find a new favorite or just a new zombie movie that you really, really want to watch. So, I'm from Sweden, and we actually have a zombie movie, which I have and which I can recommend. And it is called, the Swedish title is Vitra, and the English title is Wither. And it's basically a Swedish Evil Dead. Yeah, the Swedish version of Evil Dead. But it has really good gore, and I really enjoyed the film. So if you ever come across a movie called Wither or Vitra, then I recommend you to watch it. I would love to hear your thoughts about it, actually. Let's see. Haha, I remember seeing, I think, Zombieland when I was like 12, 13. Okay, I actually have Zombieland with me here. Yeah. So it's right here. Yes. I think I know the lighting thing. Because when I do this, I have a light coming from this angle. So when I put something up here, I think it bounces off. But okay. As I said, I'm not a lighting person at all. So I really don't know anything. Let's see. Jason, I'm looking forward to Army of the Dead from Zack Snyder. His remake of Dawn was awesome. Oh, I was actually going to talk about Army of the Dead and how much I am looking forward to watching it, because it's coming on Netflix this Friday, and I'm super excited to watch it. And a side note, I am 7 movies away from having watched 10,000 movies in my life. And I'm planning, so number 10,000 will be Army of the Dead. But I have to plan it correctly. Yeah. Because I'm planning it to watch it with my boyfriend. So I need to know when he's coming over. So yeah. But I'm really, really looking forward to Army of the Dead. It looks really good from the trailer I've seen. But I didn't want to see a lot of the trailer because didn't want to have any like spoilers or feel like I've seen the whole movie just based on the trailer. But the poster, and it looks so good, Army of the Dead. So I'm super excited. Okay. So Alex says he saw it in the cinema. Zombieland. Yeah, I did too. And also the second one. And Alex says, yes, Army of the Dead will be amazing. Yeah, I think so too. But I don't want to get my hopes up too much, because, when you do that, it usually isn't as good. So I will just go in hoping it will be a fun watch. Okay. Oh, and Alex, me and Jason was also talking about if you prefer slow-moving zombies or fast-moving zombies. So you can give us your opinion about that. Let's see, here we have the classic, of course, Night of the Living Dead. And this was the poster that was featured in the TV guide I was reading when I first saw the film. And it looked really, really cool. Alex, yep, haha, that's true. No high expectations. Yeah, I've learned that from, just having lots of high expectations on movies. So let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, and next week, the next zombie movie that I will review on my YouTube channel is actually Zombie for Sale. Let's see if I managed to put that one in here now. Oh yeah, here it is. Let me just move this. Oh, okay. So here it is, Zombie for Sale. And it will be up, I don't exactly know when, but that's the next zombie film that I will be put up. And it's a fun, very fun zombie film. Just like with One Cut of the Dead, it adds something new, something different to the zombie genre, in my opinion. Alex says, I think the 28 Days Later zombies are the best ones. I love zombie movies, but rarely get scared of them. But 28 Days Later kind of freaked me out. Okay, that's a very interesting note. I saw 28 Days Later a long, long time ago. I haven't rewatched it since, but remember, those zombies were pretty freaky. Yeah. With the red eyes. Yeah. They were pretty freaky, and they were also, just fast, so strong. So, yeah. That is so scary when they are so fast, because then you don't have that control over them as you would have with the slow zombies, as I was talking about earlier. With the slow zombies, you have a better chance of hiding, outrunning them, or just getting to a safe place in time. Which, if you have a zombie sprinting at you, you can freak out, or you panic, you don't know what to do, and then you're dead. Then you're a zombie. Yeah. Oh, hi, Ron. Jason, yeah, 28 Days Later was fantastic, and yeah, they are freaky. Yeah. Ron says 28 Weeks Later is an awesome film as well. Yeah, I don't really remember much from that film, but I think I found it pretty okay. So there were definitely some good stuff in that film, but I have to rewatch it as well. Okay, so Ron, are you looking forward to Army of the Dead? Please let us know, because we certainly are. Okay, let's see here. What else I might find. Okay. So when I started my zombie month this month, I started with reviewing 2 Norwegian zombie movies, and they are called Dead Snow or Død Snø, and of course Dead Snow 2. Where did I put it? Oh, here I think. Yeah. No, that okay. That one I forgot upstairs and brought another film, which isn't a zombie film. But Dead Snow is such a funny zombie comedy, and it has some of the best zombie like characterizations that I've seen. Yeah. So if you haven't seen Dead Snow, then you see my cat in the background. JD, stop! Don't eat everything, please. She's trying to get to the popcorn. Yeah, she's just like me. Let's see. Ron. Well, I'm a huge fan of the remake of Dawn, so I have high hopes for Army. Yes. Alex, by the way, I watched The Girl Next Door last week. Have you seen it? Yes, I have. I've even read the book that it's based on, Jack Ketchum's book. And I mean, I saw the film before reading the book. And before I saw the film, I knew it was based on a real story, like truly based on a story, real life story. And I mean, that movie is probably the hardest film that I've ever had to watch, just because I knew that stuff that happened in there was completely true, and it's too much. Yeah, and I will never watch that film again because it's such a tough film. And then I went ahead and read the book, so I knew exactly what was going to happen. And as I got closer and closer to the gruesome stuff, I was like sweating and being like, oh, I will read about this. And yeah, it was truly horrible reading about it. But the film is amazing. It's such a powerful film that if you haven't seen The Girl Next Door, and we're not talking about the comedy movie, we're talking about Jack Ketchum's, when it's based on Jack Ketchum's book. It's tough, but it's worth one watch, and then maybe you don't want to watch it again. Let's see. Oh my God, cat. Oh yeah, good, Alex. You also like Dead Snow. Dead Snow. Is that Dead Snow? Yes, Ron. Dead Snow is an excellent film. And Alex says, real life is scary sometimes. Yeah, I think real life is probably, for me, always scarier. And yeah, Ron, Jack Ketchum is an excellent author as well. I think Off Season, my favorite Ketchum novel, although I'm a huge fan of She Wakes. Yeah, I've read some of Jack Ketchum's other stuff, and I really like them. I really like the way he writes. And the movies that have been based upon his novels are really good as well. I mean, the Woman trilogy, yeah, with The Offspring, really good. Ron, that's a hard novel and film, yeah. That's why I'm never watching that film ever again. Okay. Yeah, so I talked about a Swedish zombie movie and a Norwegian zombie movie. Let's see what else I have here. Oh, and also a zombie movie from Japan and Korea. So yeah, you were talking about Dawn of the Dead remake. Here it is. Yes, so what I was going to say before is that next week I will be reviewing the classics, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead. And then I will also include Dawn of the Dead remake, just because I usually have some guests that are reviewing the movies with me, and David is one of them, and he wanted to review Dawn of the Dead very much. So I was like, of course. Let me just change the lighting a bit here, because I think I figured it out. Okay. So let's see. Ron says Train to Busan is an excellent zombie film. Oh yes, it is. Unfortunately, I don't have it in my collection, but I really, really like it. Let's see, and the sequel. Well, Alex is wondering what I think about the sequel to Train to Busan. Yeah, Peninsula was okay, like between a 6 and a 7. It wasn't as good as Train to Busan, but it was very entertaining, and I like that they added some new zombie things, like they expanded on the whole zombie world that had been created after the first one, but it just wasn't as good as the first one. What do you think about the sequel? I really, really want to know. Oh, Ron, you haven't seen the sequel yet. Okay, but I hope you will. Yeah. Some nice tea. Alex, to be honest, I haven't seen the second one. Should I? Like, I'm scared that it will ruin the first one. No, I don't think that it will ruin the first one by watching it. But as we talked about before, don't have like high expectations. Just go in with the idea that you will get to see like a fun, entertaining film. And you will see like more just gore and more crazy stuff happening. Jason, any Aussie zombie movies? Wormwood, Road of the Dead is a fun, interesting movie. Cargo is another. Me and My Mates versus the Zombie Apocalypse is also a great one. Yeah, Wormwood. Oof, I'm so sorry, but I barely remember anything from that film. But I have seen it. But when you've seen, like, as I said, almost 10,000 movies in my life, I tend to forget a lot about the films I've seen. So I have to rewatch a lot of stuff. I mostly remember like the recent one I rewatched. But speaking of, in December I did a Christmas horror theme, and where I reviewed Christmas horror themed movies. And one of them was actually Anna and the Apocalypse, which is a musical zombie movie. It's such a great film. So if you haven't seen Anna and the Apocalypse, then I really recommend you should. It's such a refreshing take on a zombie film, and the music is actually good. Because in a lot of musicals, the songs can be a bit not so good, but in this one, all of the songs are really amazing. So I do want to buy the soundtrack as a vinyl someday, and that exists. Ron, I've seen at least 10,000 movies as well. I definitely get it. Yeah. The struggle. Yeah, when people are like, oh, have you seen this? And it was like, yeah, probably 10 years ago. I barely remember a lot, but yeah. And then you feel like you watching it brand new again just because you don't remember so much. Ron, I heard it was pretty good. I definitely will see it. Yeah, hopefully. Jason, yeah, once you've seen that many, it's hard to keep track. The struggle is real. Oh, yes, it is. That is why I have to rewatch almost everything that I review. There are like just a few movies which I have reviewed on my channel that I didn't need to rewatch at all because I kind of knew everything. And it's basically the movies that I give like 10 out of 10 of because I just love them so much that I remember like everything. Ron, newer movies I'm kind of behind on, but the old stuff I'm well versed on. Yeah, I can understand that. Like I've seen a lot of older movies. When I was, I think 14, 15, I decided to watch all the classics, plus like almost all of the silent films that I could find. So I started at the first film that ever came out. I think it was 1895. The train leaving the station, or it was 1896. I don't remember now. And then I just worked my way through every like silent film I could find, and then 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, and all of those. So I got really behind on the modern movies, but I think I've caught up with most of them. Yeah. Let's see, Ron, like Lucio Fulci flicks, Argento. Yes, I really love Fulci films, and Argento is my favorite director, and my favorite movie is actually Suspiria. Oh, hi, Carl. Welcome. Would you class Dead and Buried as a zombie film? Definitely a good one, in my opinion. Yeah, I think I would actually, and it is a very, very good film. Like there are a lot of movies which I would classify as zombie movies, even though it isn't specifically said in the film that it is a zombie outbreak. They can say that it is a virus outbreak or yeah, something like that, but it feels like a zombie movie. And if it really fits the categories and stuff happening in it, then I would class it as a zombie movie. Let's see. Good pick. Alex says, and now I really want to see Spiral so bad. In Sweden, the theater is still closed. Yeah, but I read today that the theaters are actually opening the 1st of June. But I know Spiral comes out 28th of May, and I was hoping I would be able to see it when it comes out, but I have to wait a few more days. But I'm so excited for Spiral, and I love the Saw movies. I will have a discussion at another time about the Saw movies, so we can save that discussion for then. Hello, Panther. Hello. Taking a break, no questions, just came to support. Thank you so much. Always love your support. Okay, Jason, not a zombie movie, but A Quiet Place Part 2 opens today, so I'm hoping to see it this weekend. Oh, I really want to watch so many movies. I've seen people that can go to the theaters now in other countries, and I'm so jealous, but we have to wait just a little bit longer. What 1st June? Yeah, they wrote about it today on like every major news site, so you can check it out. I'm not lying. Oh, hi, Troy. What think of rom-com zombie films like Warm Bodies? Like, I was actually expecting Warm Bodies to be really super bad because it gave me like a Twilight vibe to it, but I actually kind of liked it. I kind of liked the idea. Like, some of the stuff were like not so good, but overall, very enjoyable film. But when I read about it, I was like, oh, this is like zombie Twilight. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Ron, oh yes, it will be great. Alex, yes, I'm sorry for going off topic. Zombie movie it is. No, you don't have to be sorry. I mean, this always happens. You think of a movie and it leads to another movie, and I'm happy to answer any horror movie question that comes up or discuss any horror movie. But yes, let's see. Warm Bodies is kind of cool. Yeah, that was why I was pleasantly surprised. Okay, we're talking about zombie movies that aren't like said to be zombie movies, or like creatures that are kind of zombie-ish. I have this one, Zombievers. Have you seen it? Like, it's such a hilariously fun film. I really, really love it. Like, these beavers are turning into zombies, and it's hilarious because they're quite big and they're very aggressive. They have like these huge teeth which can dig in through the skin. Oh, it's a lot of fun. So if you haven't seen Zombievers, then you really, really need to. Wrong. Warm Bodies was pretty good. I saw it in the Philippines, oddly enough. Oh, okay. Were you like just visiting for a trip, or do you have family in the Philippines? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I'm just curious why you saw it in the Philippines. Jason, haha, love Zombievers. Yeah, it's fun. Well, you brought that up in our interview as well. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Ron, Zombievers. Haha. Ron, have you seen the film? Let's see. What more do I have? Troy, is Zombievers is as good as Snakes on a Plane? I would say Zombievers is better than Snakes on a Plane, actually. I was visiting my girlfriend at the time. I was there 9 months. Wow, okay, that was a long time, but glad you could watch some horror movies at the cinema. Oh no, I haven't even heard of it. Okay, then you have another movie to add to your watch list, hopefully. Okay. So, this is a question. What do you prefer? Do you prefer like more serious zombie movies or like zombie comedy movies? Please let me know. I would have to say that I just like everything, but I do love a good zombie comedy. Like any movie that just makes me laugh and yeah, it's quite absurd. It's right up my alley. So here we have like the probably most famous zombie comedy, Shaun of the Dead. I'm sure you have seen it as well, and I hope you like it as much as I do. It's just such a funny film, and I love the editing technique that they used, with the quick cuts, and which a lot of movies have copied, and they also copied it from previous zombie movies. Return of the Living Dead. Yeah, that's a good one. Jason mentioned Return of the Living Dead in the very first comment, and I said that it was a long time ago since I watched the film, so I don't really remember a lot, but I remember the Tar Man, of course. Let's see, Ron. I don't. Brain Dead and Bad Taste are great rom-coms. I mean, Brain Dead. Oh, such a amazing film. I think I was 13 when I saw it first. I bought it on DVD. I had no idea what it was. It just looked like a good film. So I bought it and I watched it. And in the first scene when he gets his like arm and hand cut off, and they're like Zengaya, I was like, oh, this is something different. This is weird, but I like it. So I kept watching, and then you saw that it was a weird monkey, biting the woman, and it was just hilarious. And then you have the zombie party. Everyone turns into zombies. I mean, the main character, he's hilarious. Well written character, well acted, perfect cast, and yeah, I mean, Brain Dead is so amazing. And I wish that Peter Jackson would go back and make those kind of movies. I mean, Lord of the Rings, good, really good movies, but I prefer his earlier work. Alex, Simon Pegg is an amazing actor. Yes, he is. Ron, Evil Dead, of course. How can we not talk about Evil Dead? I mean, I really, really enjoy all of the movies, and I'm also one of the people who really love the remake or reimagining, or however you feel about it. But I think they did a really good job with the remake. But my favorite has to be Evil Dead 2. As I said, I'm a huge fan of comedy in horror movies and zombie movies. And the first one was like serious. And the second one, that's where the dark humor really, really merged. So that is why it's my favorite. Troy, what is best zombie film made into a video game? Well, House of the Dead. No, I'm just joking. Maybe the first Resident Evil. That is the only Resident Evil movie that I liked, actually. Don't be mad. But the first one I really, really liked. Jason, what about the setting of zombie movies? Do you prefer pre or post apocalypse? That is actually a very good question. What do you prefer, pre or post apocalypse? I don't really know. Probably both. It all depends on the script, how it's filmed, the story, and if the story connects good to the environment, how they can use the environment to their benefit. So it all depends on the movie, I guess, I have to say. Ron, the first one was good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so here we have some Spanish horror movie. I think you know this one. Wreck. And we also have the found footage combined in the zombie genre. And I think it works really, really well. I really like the way that they filmed, and it feels kind of more real and claustrophobic and creepy, being found footage or how Hellhand. Yes, Rick. Yeah, I don't really remember so much from the second Rec. I have to rewatch it. But Rec 3, that is that the one with the wedding? Because I thought I have to watch that as well because I didn't enjoy it as much, I think. But a lot of people say it's really good, so I have to rewatch it and see if I change my opinion. Maybe I just don't remember enough of it. Jason, I do enjoy seeing how it starts, but the post setting can be good, like you said, depending on how it's done. Yeah. Ron, the last creature was super effective. Yes. Yes, I agree. Just the last shot was, I think that was the best thing with the entire movie. Definitely. So let's see. Oh, um, someone mentioned Luci Fulci. Here we have zombie or zombie flesh eaters, as it's also known, which I also reviewed a few weeks ago or days ago, something like that. And I really, really love it. Here we have, the classic slow-moving zombies, but everything works so well. Even though the makeup in this film is a bit, sketchy and off, it kind of works. It kind of does. I really think that the makeup in the older movies, it kind of looks not as well made, but it kind of fits the film. It gives it that kind of a charm. So it kind of works in its own way. Let's see. Jason says, Rec is great. I watched the remake, Quarantine, in my A to Z movies. Yeah, Quarantine, not a good film. Like, I felt like I was watching a shot-by-shot remake of Rec, which it is, but like it's done in such a bad and poorly executed way. It wasn't interesting at all. So, yeah. Rec 3 was weird. The movie was like 50% found footage, and then they switched it to like a normal film. Okay, now that you say that, I do get some flashbacks to that they actually did that. Yeah. Ron says, so great, zombie versus shark. And Jason also says, zombie versus shark. Yeah. That is probably the first scene that comes to mind whenever someone says zombie flesh eaters. Is that was insane. I mean, it really was. But hey, Ron, her eyeball splinter scene is classic too. Yes, that is the second scene that I always talk about, and it's done in such an effective way because and the zombie just holds her hair and just like slowly pulls her towards it, so it really builds up the tension, and you're like, no, 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 and then it's so good. Let's see, Alex, fun fact. I think that the director said that Quarantine was a completely new idea, not based on Rec. What? Was it like April Fool's Day? What, was he joking? Like, come on. What? That's one of the funniest things I ever heard. Ron, some great gore in the throat, but yeah. Made me think of the remaining 20 minutes of zombie flesh eaters when they all come up from the ground, and then one of the zombies bites the woman in the throat, and it's so good, like really chunky, and the skin just looks so good, and the blood squirt is amazing. So absolutely right. Wrong. So good, Alex. No, he was serious. Haha, really weird. Okay. Well, good for him. Carl, we had to wait a long time to see it uncut in the UK. Oh. Jason, the eyeball splinter scene was so heavily edited in Australia that I only saw it when I managed to get an uncut DVD about 10 years ago. Oh, so how much was cut? Like what did you see? I'm very, very curious. It sucks when movies or horror movies are heavily edited. Oh, and you feel like you're missing out. Or sometimes you don't even realize it's cut, And then someone says, oh, have you seen the uncut one? And you're like, what? There's an uncut version? What did I miss? So you just have to track it down and, you know, see what you missed, and you feel kind of cheated. Ron, I forget that everyone overseas had much edits. Yeah, you know, there were huge edit problems and issues with the censorship. Hard times. But it's better now when you can get stuff uncut, and they don't have to cut stuff as much, especially British versions. Yeah, they were really crazy when it came to censorship. I think I read that Human Centipede 2, someone commented on my channel that I think it was cut. I had to make 31 or 32 cuts just to even be able to show the film. So there's like a ton of stuff missing, and that is, you know, quite a modern film. So we're not talking about movies like from the 70s or 80s, or, you know, with the video and nasty era. So Jason, the scene was you see the hand pull her head toward, then it goes to black. Oh, Ron, it's better these days. Yes, it is better. Jason, video nasties in the 80s. Exactly. I mean, that was such a huge just craze about how violence in horror movies, you know, destroy the mentality of young people, and they should be banned. And yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I'm born in '89, so I wasn't alive back then, but I've read a lot about it. Ron, that's true though. Alex, does Rabid by Cronenberg count as a zombie movie? No, that's a really good question. I've never thought about it as a zombie film, to be honest. But I've never gotten that question before, or just never have, you know, discussed something like that. But that was a really good and interesting question, because I mean, she does become rabid and transferring it to people, and then they in turn become rabid themselves. So maybe yes, I guess. Carl, I always check online first before buying all my movies to be the full movie. Yeah, that's smart. That's really smart. Well, when I was younger, I just bought whatever version was cheapest. I didn't really think about if it's uncut or not. Like I don't know why. So some movies that I have, like My Bloody Valentine from the original one, is heavily cut. And I didn't realize this until maybe a few years ago. I'm like, oh, so I have the really cut version. Nice. So I have to track down the uncut version. I've seen it, but I just have to have that edition in my collection. Troy, where does Friday the 13th fall in your top 10? Sorry, not really a zombie question. No, that's cool. I mean, I really love Friday the 13th. Especially the first one and second one, in my top 10. I don't know. I have so many movies, like horror movies, that I love. So I don't really know if it would be in my top 10 or just outside of it. I don't know. I have to think about it and make a top 10 list. Jason, my VHS copy of Dawn of the Dead still has the Band in Queensland sticker on it. I had to hunt that down for my original trilogy collection. Okay. Nice. Sounds really, really cool. And speaking of Dawn of the Dead, the original one, here is my copy of it. Yes, I'm really proud of this, and I've showed it in a separate video, my YouTube channel. But it's, I mean, check this out. How cool is this? I mean, I can barely hold it. So, but yeah. It has booklets and posters, and it has all the different cuts and versions of it. So I can choose any version that I want to. And it's called Ultimate Edition. And it's from Anchor Bay. Hi, Heroic Waffles. Good to have you with me. Love that edition of Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, it's super good. Ron, I had a version too. Oh, nice. Alex, I almost forgot about Overlord. Oh my god, Overlord. Yes. I saw it in the theaters and I completely fell in love with it. I mean, they take this war theme and mixing it together with the zombie theme, which also Dead Snow did. So, but Overlord, they did it so beautifully, and I really, really loved the film. I really did. The story was so good. Ron, I actually had the VHS double tape version. Oh, that's super cool. Like, I barely have any VHS movies left, which is a shame. I really wish I would. But yeah, that's so super cool. Okay, let's see. Oh, I can show you my version of Day of the Dead also. It's 2-disc special. Not as special as the Dawn of the Dead one, of course, but still a pretty good edition. And it has some special content, like a 39-minute documentary, behind the scenes, photo galleries. Yeah. See, are you planning on, or have you written any zombie scripts of your own? No, I actually haven't written any zombie scripts of my own. So if you don't know, I'm also a filmmaker, I'm an actress, a writer, and a director. But what I've mostly written stuff. So I starting to write screenplay when I was 12, or horror. I've always written horror movies, but I've actually never written a zombie horror film. I don't know why, but when I was like younger, I was more into slasher movies and kind of like gore movies and home invasion type stuff, revenge movies. So that was like the kind of scripts I wrote. So I just never thought about making a zombie movie. But now I'm more into horror comedies with my latest short film called Creature Killer, and I've written a sequel to it, which will be a feature film this time. So it's more of a horror comedy. So I'm more into that now. Oh, Art's here. Hello. Hi, Art. Happy to have you here. Yeah, we've been discussing a lot of zombie movies. So if you want to discuss any zombie movie, you just comment and we will talk about it. Alex, you got so many different movies. I'm jealous. Yeah, well, I've been collecting since I was 12, which is almost 20 years. I will be turning 32 this year. So I have like 2 decades of buying movies and collecting movies. So yeah, my movie collection has grown a bit. And yeah, I will count them someday because I just haven't had the energy or time to count my movies recently. I think it's been 2 years ago that I last counted them. So maybe someday. Ron, very cool. Ron, did you make it? Ron, are you referring to my filmmaking stuff with your question? Did you make it? Like my latest horror comedy, or Art, do you folks prefer walking zombies or running zombies? Yeah, we talked a little bit about that. And I said that in real life, it would be more scary if someone was running towards me, a zombie was running towards me, because I felt like I would probably die in a minute. But I mean, slow walking zombies are cool as well. They are creepy in their own way, but I think it's much more scary with fast zombies. Panther, congrats on making that a feature, by the way. Hadn't heard that news yet. Yeah, well, I haven't filmed the sequel yet because of things going on, like the pandemic. But yeah, I'm hoping that I can film it next year. Maybe. We'll see how things are then. But, I have to have a bigger budget for it and just more people, more gore. Yeah, so it will be crazy, but it will be super funny. Troy, Sarah, write a short horror film about toilet paper or COVID. Yeah, because also this, I have written a comedy series that we started a year before the pandemic started. I wrote a comedy series with my good friend Andres, who also is a guest on my channel sometimes. And we actually wrote a comedy series like based on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but like our own version with filmmakers instead of people who work at a bar. And we were thinking about writing an episode about how people went crazy for toilet paper. So yeah, we were thinking about doing that, but then the pandemic just got worse and worse, and we couldn't. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a comedy themed toilet paper episode about that. Ron, I kind of prefer the slow zombies. Yeah. Ron, oh yes, the film Ron. Yes, sure, I understand. Jason, I remember an 80s one, Zombie Creeping Flesh, which was recently reused for Corona zombies. I really enjoyed Zombie Creeping Flesh. Great classic effects like Zombie 2. And Art says, I have to catch up with your last 2 videos, Sarah. I've been kind of busy. No problem, Art. I understand how it is. I have, super busy days as well, so I can't catch up with everyone's videos all the time, but when I have my days off, I try to. So no worries, Art, at all. You're here now, and I really love it. I haven't actually heard of Zombie Creeping Flesh. I don't think so. Have to check that one as well. So thank you for that tip, Jason. Let's see. Alex says, I Am Legend. Yeah, that's a nice one. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, I really, really like I Am Legend. Yeah, and it has a scene which is so sad. All right, that's actually a great idea. COVID-19 zombies. Yeah, I mean they've made as Jason said, Corona zombies, and yeah, like zombies based off the pandemic. I guess I haven't seen any of them because I think they will be really horrible. Like not even so bad that it's funny, like just so bad that it's bad. But maybe I'll check them out. I am like this. If I find a film I haven't seen, no matter how bad it is, I will watch it. Yeah, I will. So I will probably watch it at some point. Okay, let's see what we have more. Okay, so what do you guys think about the new Dawn of the Dead? We talked a little bit about that, and the Land of the Dead, and what was Diary of the Dead also. I have Land of the Dead right here. You can't really see it, but it's kind of a shiny cover. So that is why I bought the film, because I really like the cover. But I actually enjoyed this film. I really did. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Art, I mean, I can just imagine a filmmaker making a film about COVID-19 zombies. Yeah. Art, what about Army of the Dead? I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out on Friday. Yeah, we all are. We talked about it and we're super pumped for it. So yeah, I can't wait for this weekend to come. I am just talking about it all the time. Like Army of the Dead. It's on Friday. Jason. So Dawn of the remake in the cinemas and loved them both. So both Land and Dawn of the Dead remakes. Yeah, the Dawn remake was amazing. It really was. I was really, really surprised at how good it is. Yeah, one of the better remakes, definitely. Let's see. What more do I have? Or have we gone through everything that I managed to collect? Yeah, I think so. I have like a lot more DVDs and Blu-rays of zombie movies upstairs, but in my haste, I just grabbed what I found, and it's quite dark in my room, even with the lights, so I didn't see everything. But yeah. But then I also have this one, which as I said, I put up the review earlier today, Cockneys versus Zombies. And it does feel like a mix between Shaun of the Dead and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. So it's definitely a fun and entertaining film if you haven't seen it. Let's see. Carl, I've got Zombie Lake, Oasis of the Zombies, and Dawn of the Mummy, but I heard they're all poor. Yeah, I think I've seen Zombie Lake, and I think it was really, really bad. So I barely remember it. But yeah, the other ones, Oasis of the Zombies, I've heard of it, haven't seen it. And Dawn of the Mummy, I don't think I've seen or heard of it, actually. But I will check it out. Alex, Army of the Dead is kind of lengthy for a zombie movie. Which I like 2 hours. Oh, I didn't realize that it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. Wow. Usually I think like horror movies, they don't need to be like over 2 hours. I like my films to be like 130, 140, something like that. But some horror movies can be good with that length as well. But 2 hours and 30 minutes, oof. Yeah, we'll see if it could manage to be entertaining throughout that entire time. Ron, haha, Burial Ground. Oh my god, Burial Ground, yes. It sucks too. No, I think I actually love Burial Ground. I mean, that kid. That kid. I mean, they have like a kid who is supposed to play a kid, but he looks like he's 35 or something. He looks really weird. And it's bizarre because stuff happened in the film which is quite bizarre while having zombies in it. And it's sometimes it's so bad it's good. But I really enjoyed it. But I have to rewatch it. Like my best friend Jasmine, she hates Burial Ground like with all her heart. Yeah. Let's see, Panther, I love the meme I saw that said that people arguing about wearing masks to protect against COVID are the same kind of people who'd hide that they've been bitten by a zombie. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I was laughing really hard when I saw that meme. Jason, speaking of remakes, the Tom Savini Night of the Living Dead remake is great, and the effects in that movie are awesome. Yeah, well, it's Tom Savini, you know. Of course, the effects are awesome. But I really can't remember it. I have it upstairs, but I don't really remember it, so I have to rewatch it. Ron, so many horrible old zombie flicks. That's kind of long for sure. Haha, yeah, the kid. Lol. I don't hate it, just horrible. Okay. But yeah, that kid. I mean, if you haven't seen Burial Ground, do yourself a favor and watch just for the sake of that kid. Just to watch him. Please. Troy, what is favorite animated zombie or horror movie? Ooh. Let's see. I don't think any animated zombie movie comes to mind, but animated horror movie, definitely Vampire Hunter D movies, both of them, and Helsing. I really love Helsing, even though it's not a movie, it's a series, but I really, really like it. And Ichi the Killer, the animated film, is also really good. But there's a lot more. I really love anime. Yeah. Yeah, Ron, are you referring to anime? That's what I kind of got. But I mean, maybe there are animated zombie horror movies which aren't an anime as well. Maybe. Ron, I would say my favorite is probably Vampire Hunter D. Yeah, it's such a good film, or both of the films, but I do like the sequel the best, actually. It's a lot better in my opinion. And I will review both of them on my channel when I have my vampire theme. Yes. So I usually don't reveal what theme I have until like the day before a new month starts. But if you want to know, you will be the first ones to know which themes I have in mind for the upcoming months. If you want to know, I can share it to you as a little bonus of being here with me. So let me just go to my little book. I have my Baby Yoda notepad. So let's see here. Okay. So for next month, I will be doing a home invasion theme because that is one of my favorite subgenres. So I will talk about more about home invasion movies and do a live stream about that in June. And in July, we will have animals and creature features. So, you know, it's summer, all the creatures are out, so that's why I'm doing it in July. And then in August, I will be doing a vampire theme. Yes. And for September, there will be a clown theme or any movie involving any kind of clown character. And then in October, well, you can guess, it's Halloween month. So any movie with a Halloween theme, Halloween scene, yeah. And then in November, it's my birthday. So I will be doing a Dario Argento theme because he's my favorite director. So I will review movies only made by him. And then in December, we have, Christmas again. So I will be reviewing any film that has snow in it or like a cold environment in it. So yeah, there you have all the themes for the rest of the year. So hope you're looking forward to it. Let's see. Iran. Urotsuki Doji is a great anime horror flick too. Okay, I have to check that out. Uzumaki. That's a great anime. Super great, super weird. The manga is good as well. Ron, right on. I hit the bell, so I'll try to join. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ron. Troy. Beaver zombie film. Watch along. Please. Oh, you see my cat. She's at it again. JD. JD, you want to say hi? Say hi. Hey. Okay. Jason, animal zombies. Zombies and zombies too. Yeah. Zombies just makes me think of like zombies, like zombies and boobies, like into one word. I don't know why. Carl, another good one. Living Dead at the Manchester morgue. Yes. Oh, okay. Just a few miles. Okay. Yeah, I have that as well, but I didn't bring it along because I barely remember anything from the film, but I remember liking it while watching it. Alex, yes, Uzumaki is getting an anime this year. I can't wait for it. Yeah, the film is super good and the manga is great. So just looking forward to it. Ron, oh, I'm actually wearing a Junji Ito shirt as we speak. Oh, that's awesome. And I also saw that they have like Junji Ito characters for Funko Pop dolls. Yeah, so I definitely have to buy it because I saw it in one of the stores I usually visit for my Funko Pop buys. But it was a little expensive at the time, so I didn't buy it, but I have my eye on it. Ron, love Uzumaki. Yes, so good. Like after I saw Uzumaki, if you don't know, it's a movie about I don't want to spoil anything, but there are they see spirals. The characters see spirals in everything, and it just spirals out from there. So after the film, I started like seeing spirals in everything, like shells, like in like waters, like wherever I went. I'm like, oh, it's a spiral. So yeah, it affected me definitely. Alex, Junji Ito is a legend. Oh yes, he is. He truly is. And the drawings and so good, so good. So right now it's 1:05 a.m. here in Sweden. So I will just be here for a few more minutes, but I'm thinking, do you have any questions for me about zombie movies or about any horror film or about my channel or I don't know, about me as a filmmaker? Do you want to know anything? Let me know. So I will just wait for anyone to comment. If no one comments, then I will look through my movies as I wait. Ron, you know what freaked me out? Yawn. That movie made me look into dark corners. Yeah, that was a great film. Quite creepy. Was it that series that was recently released on Netflix? That was Yawn, right? The new one. I think was it 6 or 8 episodes, but it was quite good, quite okay. I thought the second half became better than the first few episodes. Alex, how pumped are you for Spiral? Do you think it will be any good? And what do you think about comedian Chris Rock as the main character? I am super pumped for it because before they used to release a new Saw film like every October, Halloween, or something like that. So I always knew that every year I would be in the cinema watching a Saw film. So I was looking forward to it every year. And then, you know, the final came. So I was like, oh, now there are no more Saw films. And so I'm super pumped. Like, I've waited for this for such a long time. I mean, of course, we got Jigsaw, the newest film, a couple of years ago. But before that, there was a huge gap, and I was like just waiting for my tradition of watching a new Saw movie in the cinema. So I'm super pumped, and I'm really super pumped that Chris Rock is in it. Yeah, I actually am. I really want to see what he can do with a part and how he can contribute to everything. But I saw the trailer, and it looks like it's something different. They are going in a new direction, so I'm really, really looking forward to watching it. Can't contain myself almost. I'm like, oh, a new Saw film. It's almost here. But yeah, as I said, we have to wait until June the 1st. Ron, Spiral looks solid. Yeah, and I've heard so many people already seen the film. I'm so jealous. So super jealous. I'm like, let's see. Oh, my tea is cold. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. Well, okay, if you don't have any more questions, then I just want to say thank you so much for being with me. And I also want to know, for my next live stream, what theme would you want me to have? What would you like to discuss? So maybe you can give me an idea about what to discuss next time. Jason, you should review all the Saw films. Yeah, I will. I definitely will. I don't know exactly when, because I really wanted to do it before Spider released, but there's no time right now. Ron, well, this was fun. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Sarah. Alex, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, this is super fun. It's my second live stream for this channel, and I had a lot of fun. I really did. So thank you all for joining me and for all your fun comments and questions and input, and also for your movie suggestions. Troy, show us your horror toy or art collection. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I've done it like just like very quickly, but I can show you like all of my horror toy collection like more in detail, of course. Ron, oh, where can I find your movies? Well, I actually have one of my feature film, Sariyad. It's called Wounded. I have it on DVD, and you can also order it on Amazon. So you can type in Sariyad. It's SARGAD. So you can find it there. And Create Your Killer, my short film, is actually on my YouTube channel. So you can scroll down. I think I released it in December, so you have to scroll way down, but the short film is out there. But the DVD also contains my short film, Rotten Love. Yes. So if you will wait like 1 minute, I can get it for you and just show you the cover so you know. Wait. And I'm back. Okay. So here's what it looks like. Sariyad. Oh, sorry. I just ran. So yeah, the cover with me on it. Yeah. And then we released like a very special limited edition with a hand painted cover recently, and it looks like this. So I have several copies of them, but you can also buy them on Amazon. And the special hand-painted version is kind of pricey because it is very limited. Okay. Whew. Okay, now I'm, my cardio, I need to work on it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. I will let you know either on my Instagram or in my group chat or group page I have on Facebook. And if you haven't joined my Facebook group called Sarah of Horror, then you can do it. Just type in Sarah of Horror, apply, and I will let you in. And you will get to know more info about stuff before anyone else and stuff like that. Bye. Hope you all will have an amazing evening or day, or depending on where you are. I will go to sleep. Bye.